In this lesson, we're going to review some definitions of different geometric figures so that you can perform what's needed in section 21.1, which is drawing those things with given conditions. So the first thing we're going to define is a quadrilateral, and that is any four-sided figure. And I asked you to define and draw a sketch of each one. So anything that has four sides is a quadrilateral. Now, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral, so that's why I have these indentations here. So a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with two pairs of parallel sides. Two pairs of parallel sides. So, an example of this, you have one pair of parallel sides like this, and a second pair that are parallel like that. So that is a parallelogram, two pairs of parallel sides. Now, later on this worksheet, I'm going to ask how you show parallel sides. And we just put arrows to show that those are parallel. Since we have two pairs of parallel sides, we're going to have arrows like that to show that the ones with two arrows are parallel to each other and the ones with one arrow are parallel to each other. So that's how we signify that lines are parallel in geometry. The next definition is a rectangle, and you might think that you understand the definition, but it's actually probably different than what you think. The definition of a rectangle is a quadrilateral with four right angles. It has four right angles. That's the only requirement for a rectangle. And if we draw one of those, you know that we show right angles with the little boxes in the corners. So anything with four right angles is a rectangle. Moving on to a rhombus. Definition of a rhombus is a quadrilateral with four equal sides. So as long as the sides are all the same length, we will have a rhombus. So if I have a length like that, I need to do the same length here, and here, and here. And to show that they're the same length, we just put kind of like tick marks on them. So if they all have one tick mark, that means all four are the same length. And that is a rhombus. Now a square is the combination of a rectangle and a rhombus, so it has to have four right angles and four equal sides. Four right angles and four equal sides. So a square, you all know what a square looks like. So we have four right angles and we have four equal sides, so we're going to put those markings on, and that's what a square looks like. A kite is a quadrilateral that has two adjacent sides that are equal and two others that are equal. So two pairs of adjacent sides that are equal. Two pairs of adjacent sides that are equal. So when we draw this figure, we have a pair of adjacent sides that are the same length. So I'm going to mark those like that. And then two other pairs of adjacent sides that are also the same length as each other. So these are different lengths, so I'm going to put two markings here. So again, the markings show that the ones with 2 markings are equal in length and the ones with 1 marking are equal in length. And that is what a kite is. All right, a trapezoid, by definition, is a quadrilateral with 1 pair of parallel sides. So as long as it has 1 pair of parallel sides, that's a poor example, but we're going to put those markings in that show those are parallel. So that's an example of a trapezoid. All right, a pentagon has 5 sides, so it's a 5-sided figure. And the easiest way to sketch the following things are to put dots down in a circle first and then connect the dots with segments. So a pentagon has 5 sides, so I'm going to put 5 dots down and then I'll connect them. That's the easiest way to draw these things, in my opinion. So there's a 5-sided figure, that's a pentagon. A hexagon has 6 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Connect the dots. And there's a hexagon. All right, moving on. A heptagon, it could also be called a septagon, is 7 sides. 7-sided figure. So to draw one, I have 7 segments to connect there. There's a heptagon. An octagon is 8-sided. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And nonagon is 9-sided. And a decagon is 10-sided. So the more sides, the harder it is to draw without it looking like a circle. All right, so those are the different shapes. Now let's get into some more important vocabulary down here. What does it mean to be a regular figure? For example, a regular pentagon. The word regular in math means that all the sides are equal and all the angles are equal. So I'm going to put all equal sides and all equal angles. So we have a specific term for a regular triangle. A triangle with all equal sides and all equal angles is called equilateral. And a regular pentagon is a 5-sided figure with all 5 sides equal and all 5 angles equal. We don't have a special name for that. Just the word regular in front means all equal sides and angles. All right, I've already answered this next question. How can we indicate parallel lines? We indicate parallel lines with those arrows on those segments. And if there are 2 pairs of parallel lines within a figure, we change the number of arrows. So I will put another one down here. So if we have a parallelogram with 2 pairs of parallel sides Here's one pair of parallel sides with arrows, and here is a second one with arrows. So the number of arrows tells you which ones go with each other. All right, another word is perpendicular. You should know that that means it forms a right angle. And we show that two lines are perpendicular with the box. So make sure that you put the little box there when you indicate that it's a 90-degree angle. All right, and what is an isosceles triangle? An isosceles triangle has two equal sides. So an example would be there where two sides are equal, and we're going to show equal sides by their markings there. An isosceles trapezoid is where the two non-parallel sides are equal in length. So the two non-parallel sides, so these two are parallel, so we're going to put the arrows, and then the two non-parallel sides are equal in length, so we're going to put the markings there that show that they're equal in length. All right, and then the next page has you using a protractor and ruler to sketch each figure, so you're going to do that on your own and see me if you have any questions.